Issue 7. It's all about DC this time. As you can see behind me, we have the Trinity War poster. Word up to Sam Schiffler, Blue Moon Comics in San Rafael. You can see the Justice League over here above me, Justice League America, and Justice League Dark. As the beginning of every issue, I like to start off with long-standing questions and corrections. We do have another winner of a prize question about Corvus Glaive and Hyperion, but we're going to do that next issue. The one correction that I have to say is, I said I only had two issues of issue 4 of Superior Spider-Man. I do have 2 issues of 5. Why do I care about issue 5? Well, that's the one where Spider-Man, with a gun, kills a guy. Sort of a turning point. And I don't collect comics for their perceived appreciation, but I do want to keep them non-damaged. Insofar as I have begun to stop getting silver boards with 7-inch bags. I'm going to 7¼ inch bags. It makes it totally easier to sleeve. However, there is a lot more moving room now, and I don't know if I particularly like that. You can see how this is tight with the board. There's no room here. It doesn't slide, but sometimes it almost got too tight. When I was putting them down, I'm like, am I scuffing the back? So then I changed to the 7¼ bags, and now I got all of this. Oops, that's 3. I need 4 right here. Look at that. Now I got a lot of space in the bag. Too much, in fact. And then the board is here. So I'm still working on it, guys. I'm a noobler, and that's why it's 411. These are not reviews. I don't mean to have any spoilers, and that is why I wait a while. Well, it's also because I'm so backed up. I mean, my reading pile is like that now. But what I try to do is just give it information and answers, and if there's plot holes and questions for you guys to answer, because I've only been in this for about 1 year, and I'm trying to get my head wrapped around all this stuff. So let's start with DC. You have the Trinity War. And to me, I sort of, the running joke is that it's not really a war, it's sort of a misunderstanding at best. You also have the Trinity of Sin. You got up here, and right behind me, you have Pandora. A long-standing question is Pandora the cave girl when she was younger? Has to be from Earth 3, if you believe the outsider at the end of Trinity War Part 6 of 6, which is the evil Alfred, if you know what I mean, from Earth 3. Alright, so we have, after the Trinity War, we go into Forever Evil. And I'm going to start off with Justice League 25. I love these because of origin stories. For me, I need definitions. New 52 was the reboot, right? And, well, of course we know Batman and Superman and the existing stories that have been over the past, right, in terms of motion pictures and stuff. But what is the New 52's take on it? So here is the origin story. And we actually have a Thomas Wayne Jr. Now remember, these are origin stories of the Earth 3 analogs that are evil. So we have a Thomas Wayne Jr. in here. And this is actually continued in Forever Evil 4. Remember that. Then you have Justice League 26, but this is the Dark, Justice League Dark. And this shows the Blight schedule. And Spin Dash actually mentioned that he really likes the Blight. And I just want to open up to this page that shows the Blight schedule, if you will. Marvel does a better job at this. DC is doing its best. But it's a crossover event and sort of delineates all these different titles for this story arc of the Blight, which is just for the Justice League Dark. And the reason why I was given to this is because the Sea Kings. Now, the first thing that happened is that when they came over, I think it was in 6 of 6 of Trinity War, dude, the evil Aquaman just falls right dead. It was laughable, right? It was. Aquaman gets a lot of flack, you know? So here he is, and kabang. Well, yeah, he didn't make it, but we did. Literally, that's like dialogues. So you have Justice League Dark, and of course we have the Sea King returning. Doesn't really show him about being killed at the temple first, as far as I know. If there is somewhere that shows him being killed at Hephaestus' temple, let me know that. Please comment on that. Alright, so now, that was 25 and 26. So then you go to the 26 of Justice League. And this, I found this very interesting because this is where Grid, which is the sort of split off, literally, of Cyborg, he wants to feel, right? That's pretty cool, okay? So then you have Harold Jordan, not Hal, right? Power Ring. And then you have, you know, Johnny Quick and Atomica. And you have Deathstorm instead of Firestorm. Not to be confused with Earth 2's Alan Scott's Power Ring. Totally different. But this is the origin stories of the entire Crime Syndicate from Earth 2. So again, you know, trying to make sense of all this for you. You have Justice League 25, origin story of Owlman, the evil Batman, right? Then you have the other origin stories following up in issue 26. I really enjoy origin stories, so 25 and 26 Justice League is just that. And remember how I said that it was continued in Forever Evil 4, so this Justice League 25 goes into this, okay? Now you understand that this is 25 and there's a 26 in between. Why DC tries to make it complicated, I don't know, but at least it gives me a reason to vlog to you because someone needs to tell you this stuff. So then, of course, now you have 25 going into Forever Evil 4. Just want to point out that these Forever Evils, there is a quality to this cover page that I do like. I don't know if I'm paying an extra buck for it from $2.99 to $3.99, but to me it does make a difference. I do like holding a you know, a better quality page. Now, as Spin Dash is going into the Blight, he really likes the Blight stuff. I'll let him take care of that. I want to show you this page, and this is following Forever Evil. Again, trying to delineate the different titles in the order. They're trying to demystify. But then there's Constantine in here. That doesn't really flow. As far as I know, let me know if I'm wrong. But that should be more on the Blight side. So, again, hopefully I just didn't give you a spoiler on that last page, because this one has a great ending. There's a retcon way back to what Batman has in his little treasure trove for each of these people. I also sort of liked Bizarro is really B0, subject B0 from Lex Luthor, and that's Bizarro when he's calling himself that, B0, Bizarro. So, now they know that Batman is alive. It's a great ending. If I had to pick up one, Forever Evil 4, read it, you may be enticed to go into more of this DC universe. Then we have Justice League 11 and Justice League America, excuse me. Justice League America right now is really sort of set apart. I mean, it's a part of the entire story arc, but the ongoings are very disconjunct, okay? So this is a lot with Stargirl and Martian Manhunter, John Johns. And this is when they're out of prison and now they're starting to move around. So that's Justice League 11. And you can see Martian Manhunter on the front. So now we pop over to the 27 of Justice League. And now we have the origin story of Cyborg 2.0. And what I really liked about this, it was a little A-Team-esque, you know. Actually, more $6 Million Man, Lee Majors. And I enjoyed that. It was sort of throwing me back to my youth and that beginning opening sequence of $6 Million Man. If you're a Cyborg fan, you better get this, and I'm sure you're already getting it. That's a great origin story of Cyborg, the good guy, in Earth Prime or Earth 1. I'm not too sure if there's a difference between those two. Now we have the tie-ins, okay? And there's really 3 tie-ins when it comes to Forever Evil. You have the Arkham War that's happening, and I stopped collecting that, people. I just knew that I didn't know enough about all of that Batman history, and it was just confusing me, and I had to let it go. Sort of regret that because I didn't really know there was only 3. The other 2 being A.R.G.U.S and Rogue Rebellion. Let's start off with, excuse me, there's Suicide Squad 2. There's 4. Let's start off with A.R.G.U.S, which is really A.R.G.U.S. It's the Advanced Research Group Uniting Superhumans. So apparently superhumans is, you know, one word, but I would say that's A.R.G.U.S. And this is about Colonel Trevor, okay? We know about Colonel Trevor and Wonder Woman, but out of all the spin-offs, this seems to be more important because it's answering questions. It's filling in the gaps. It's almost like a Dan Yost Avenging Spider-Man or Spider-Man team-up. Sort of fills in the gaps. He's sort of veering off, but this is sort of the glue that's keeping Trinity War and Forever Evil together. So here we have A.R.G.U.S, number 1. You see, this is going to include Deathstroke, which is my newest favorite baddie, and now you see him here. And there's almost a direct quote from Velvet. I just want you to know that. In here, there's a direct quote from Velvet, and my jaw dropped. But this is key. This is a big deal. I like this particular one because of the definitions. You have the red room, the green room, the circus, and is it Cadmus? Well, no, it's the black room. It's the black room. So this has definitions, and I like that. And you're going to see red room. Actually, that ties into Cyborg 2.0 that I just showed you. The red room is involved in there. The green room is involved and has our president, Barack Obama, in that green room. Has to be him. And the circus, we know the circus from all the Vibe that I've been reading. I read 1 through 10. I think it's done. There's a guy that just buttoned it up, and Vibe is done. But all of Vibe's run was about the circus, so I know about that, right? Going to A.R.G.U.S 3, huge answers here. Where's Wonder Woman? Where's Superman? And now we know where they are. And then it includes the Crimson Men at the end, which is sort of weird because when you go to A.R.G.U.S 4, I'm not seeing that. So I'm not too sure exactly what happened there. This has a reference to Rogue Rebellion number 1, which I'm going to get to in a second. And they come back to the circus, and I was like, oh my god, they're bringing Vibe back. Cool. No, didn't happen. Alright? If that's a spoiler, come on. They were, oh, I'm here for Vibe. Yeah, but no. Okay. Use her. Okay, but not. Alright. Still, there's a lot of answers in A.R.G.U.S. And actually, I can tell when I'm holding these, there's too much room, isn't there? The 7.25. Gar. On the flip side, if you do go for the 7-inch, these are so tight that even sometimes they're sort of warbly. You know, you just can't win. So, on to our last couple of titles here. Rogue Rebellion number 1. These are true tie-ins, and they have different perspectives, and I just want to let everyone know, if you're reading Rogue's Rebellion, did you know that it started here in 23.1 of Flash? This is the Villains Month. This is 23.3, excuse me. 23.1 is Grodd. Flash as well. Which makes sense because rogues are sort of the villains of the Flash universe. So, let's start off with 23.1. As I think Solivar may be dead, and I know Solivar from way back when I was reading Crisis on Infinite Earths. So this is continued in Rogue Rebellion number 1 and is retconned in Rogue Rebellion number 1. And somehow Grodd is sort of set from the Speed Force. He's all souped up. Haven't seen him return just yet, but he's all souped up. Going on to Rogues number 1, 23.3. This is the same as Forever Evil number 1. Forever Evil number 1 has a certain artist showing a certain thing that's happening to Captain Cold. This also has it, okay? Just a different perspective and a different artist. I dig that. It reminds me of Captain Marvel, the female in the Marvel Universe, and Avengers Assemble with Spider-Woman tie-ins to Infinity. And I think it's Infinity 1 or 2 maybe. And it's just literally different perspectives of the same scene. I really dig that. You don't really see that too much in cinema, TV, movies. It's coming in porn, actually. But here we have, you see the Trickster breakout, same thing as Forever Evil #1. And you have the Crime Syndicate come in, so there's a lot of comparisons between this actual Villains Month, 23.3 of Flash. So then you hop into Rogue's Rebellion #2. And the thing that I'm sort of digging about Rogue's Rebellion is that they're robbers, they're not villains. So when, and I've said this before in other issues, when you have the Crime Syndicate saying, you know, level all these people, well, you haven't sort of evacuated everything, we'll kill them all. And they're like, dude, we want to rob a bank, we don't want to, you know, mass murderer here. So they're misfits, and they have misfortune, and it's really, really fun because superheroes can't make mistakes and go, what have we done now? You can't really have that with superheroes. I mean, Quantum and Woody in the Valiant universe does that, but you don't see that so much in the main two. So again, this is the same as Forever Evil #3, with the Captain Cold having that happen. Meaning, Forever 3, it's the same thing as Rogue Rebellion #2, same scene. It's pretty damn cool how that happened. This also is important to me because it shows how Batman and Catwoman are not in the prison, if you will. So that's where you get your answer here as to why Batman and Catwoman are out trying to save the world now. Going to Rogue's Rebellion #3, they're talking about the apocalypse again. I was trying to figure out that third apocalypse, you know, the East of West, and then you had Uncanny Avengers, but it really isn't the answer to that long-standing question. And then lastly, you go into Rogue Rebellion #4. It's just fun, guys. It's fun, and if you understand what I mean by Warriors, come out and play! 1979, the Warriors is gang to gang, and they're just, that's what it reminds me of. I wonder if the writers even know that they're sort of doing that, sort of retconning the Warriors movie in 1979. Last titles, and I wasn't going to read any of these until Rainbow Red Panda said that she got this on her pull list. So I said, hey, might as well try it. And let me stop there and say, when I say I'm calling you out, it could be bad semantics. I'm calling you out by name. It's not like I'm calling you out for, like, after school. I'm calling you out, brother. It's more, I'm giving you a shout out, and I'm calling you by name. Calling you by name, shout out. Calling you out, my bad. Could be misconstrued. So, Suicide Squad. Got these, read them together, and then, hey, did you know? This is where it starts, everyone. 7.1. That was the Easter egg I gave Rainbow Red Panda a couple issues ago. So then, we go to 24. You get to know the difference between Belle Reve and Arkham Asylum. You know, with all the heroes gone, who do you get? And this is Amanda Waller's title versus Colonel Trevor's in A.R.G.U.S. Right? A.R.G.U.S. A.R.G.U.S. Amanda Waller's, and this has the head of A.R.G.U.S. and all this stuff. I'm having fun with Suicide Squad, because basically they're the villains that you need to do good things, otherwise kapow. Which is very much like Hardcore in the Valiant universe. Bloodshot is now with Hardcore in the 4th TPB, but we'll get to that in another issue. OMAC, let me see if I can remember. OMAC, you have Omni, Mind, and Community, and then you have one machine attack construct, which is this one, and there's even an older one that I looked up on Wikipedia. Apparently that was created by Rucka, and he does Lazarus. So that's awesome. Lazarus is awesome. God, I think it's Image. So this is confusing me. There's too many OMACs, and there's also a tie-in in between all the crises that I didn't read that had something about OMAC, and I thought that was all Batman's thing. So this confuses me. If you have any idea how to make it not confusing between Jack Kirby's and Greg Rucka's, then you let me know. But OMAC is now part of this Suicide Squad arc, and now we go to 26, and there's flashbacks, okay? And you have Superman in jeans. Superman in jeans reminds me of Batman / Superman with Jay Lee. So that was confusing, because when I see Superman with jeans, I go, wait a minute. That's him younger from another Earth. Can't do that. This is totally separate. And, oh, this is a snipe, and I'm sorry. At the end of this, believe it's 26. Maybe at the end of 25, he says, I am Kane, and Kane thinks this. K-A-N-E. From here on out, it's all Kamo or Kamo. K-A-M-O. I mean, that's this guy, who is the father of King Shark. Hopefully that's not... No, it's not a spoiler. They fight anyway. The reason why they fight, you can read and find out. Is that a name change? Why did they name change him? Is it because it's a trademark? I'm assuming it's a trademark. Some Kane was a fictional character, and they're like, we can't use Kane, so from here on out we're going to call him Kamo or Camo. Last one, we have 27. Deadshot's back. God, I hope I wasn't saying Deathstroke when I meant Deadshot, because I do that all the time. Now, we have a little bit of definition, which I love, of Power Girl. And Power Girl, I wikied, and you cannot figure exactly what Power Girl is in history, and it is right now. Whether it's the cousin, whether it's Supergirl, whether it's Supergirl from a different dimension or parallel universe coming over. But there's one thing we all know about Power Girl that must be written in the contract, that she needs to be drawn hot. I mean, hot as ice. It's just, she's nice. She's nice to look at. I don't know if artists sit around and say, I'd love to. Well, I could draw. No, let's put Power. I want to draw Power Girl. All right. So a little bit about Power Girl, Earth 2, Golden Age, Simpler, and the Wonders in here. So there's definitions and origin stories. Suicide Squad. Love and Deadshot. That's it for all DC. Hopefully I didn't take too much of your time. Please ask me questions, and please answer mine. Other issues have questions that are not answered. So please help me out. And this was all DC. Obviously, Forever Evil still going. Each of those spin-offs have 2 more issues. And because it's 6 out of 6. Right now we're at 4 out of 6. And thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you, Sam.